Big week in the stock market coming up as tons of companies are reporting their earnings. In this video, I'm going to share with you stocks that I have my eye on as well as where I'm investing my money. Starting with Ally Financial, a company who just last week increased their dividend by 32% and approved a $2 billion share repurchase plan. Despite this positive news, the stock's down about 10% from all-time highs in May. And if they trade anything like other financial services companies have after reporting earnings, like what happened last week with Wells Fargo, they'll trade sideways. Next is United Airlines, and they're down 10% this last week because Delta Airlines reported their earnings and they weren't that great. So unless United surprises us somehow with earnings, I'm not too excited about their stock either. Up next is HCA Healthcare, which is a company I'm pretty excited about. As long as they haven't experienced pricing pressure from the government or private payers, or softer than expected volume growth, I don't know why this stock won't keep going. Up next is a stock that has literally traded sideways for the last 12 months, Netflix. As you guys know, I'm not at all excited about Netflix. I think Google's YouTube is way superior. But Netflix did hire Facebook's gaming executive Mike Verdu, so I'm pretty excited to hear what they have to say about that in the earnings call. Netflix begins to compete with companies like GameFly, where you just rent the video games. Up next is Tractor Supply, a company who's absolutely been crushing it. In my opinion, they're going to beat earnings, raise guidance, and their stock will continue to trend higher over the next 9 to 18 months. Moving along to Johnson & Johnson, a company who's been in the news lately because of their cancer-causing sunscreen. I'm sure they'll address it, but I don't really care if their stock never really moves up or down. It's just a dividend-paying company. Next up is Anthem, a company who's been crushing it lately and I think is going to continue to thrive as well as other managed care organizations over the next 9 to 18 months. Now we've got Harley-Davidson, a company whose stock was headed for the garbage before all this stuff happened, but who is now thriving and will likely report a 40% revenue growth rate year over year for the last quarter. Another healthcare company, you know we like those. Apparently there's a company called Pool Corporation that allows you to invest in swimming pools, and it's been pretty lucrative over the last couple years. Twitter reports their earnings this next week, and there's a lot to be learned about their new subscription features. Snapchat reports their earnings this next week, and if Gen Z has anything to do with it, this stock will continue to go higher. Finally, a company who makes money off of your garbage reports earnings this week, and they've also been crushing it. And with so much uncertainty in the market, I don't know why this company wouldn't continue to trend higher. Thank you for coming to my 3-minute long TED Talk. Don't forget to click the link in my bio to check out my Patreon, where I posted a free analysis on all the companies that reported earnings last week, as well as about inflation. It's the first link, you can't miss it.